Alright, this is another thing I want to say about reincarnation. So if I donate my organs or die or don't and then when I die they use my organs, or if they grow something on top of me or other things, at this time there was times in my life where I would have been completely fine with any of that, but at this time I think I would just prefer to be completely cremated, like at this time in my life. And this could change, it's changed in my past, it could change in my future, but at this time, at this present time, if I die, I just want to be cremated, because if my organs go to someone else, then in my eyes I have literally become a part of that other person and potentially could reincarnate through their bloodline now. And I don't necessarily want that. And if they grow a tree on top of me, or if anything like eats me, then all the things that eat me or the tree on top of me would also continue my existence. And I just don't really want to exist on Earth after this, and I feel like cremation is the best way to ensure that physically I'm just gonna be ash, and hopefully that will be a part of what can help me to stop physically incarnating on this planet, because really one of my goals right now is to stop incarnating on this planet. I know this has been my hardest incarnation of all my incarnations so far. I don't want to incarnate after this. I want to be done with Earth. And it really annoys me when I hear people get upset about that, because they have literally no idea what life on Earth is like for some people, but how it is for my demographics or others. I am a DID system. I have literally survived hell on Earth. I knew another DID system who was tortured and raped by one of their own family members over 200 times. That is the kind of stuff people have lived through. I don't want to be on this planet. I see this planet as hell. I have either seen others witnessed or witnessed myself unspeakable evil while on this planet. My goal as a sorcerer at this time is, now that I have ascended the left-hand path and become one with my gods, become one with Samael, with Leviathan, with Lilith, with Baphomet, with Thoth, with many other gods I have worked with who taught me in my journeys, who became a part of me consciously, or where the parts of them that already were a part of me are conscious now. And I just feel like I would prefer, if I do have to take a physical form, that it is rainbows, creativity and imagination, and the abstract concepts of like rainbows, creativity, imagination, death, and autism. I think those are the forms that I'm going to take if I have to choose forms, as those more abstract forms. I do not want to physically exist after this. And I think that the only people whose opinions on that truly matter to me is other people who have lived through the horrors that I have been forced to endure as an autistic, transgender person in this incarnation's lifetime. If someone else has not personally experienced and suffered through the evils I have been forced to either personally experience or see others like me experience, then their opinion on this does not hold any weight to me, because they cannot possibly imagine the hell on earth that people live through to just exist as we are. I believe that human beings are Nephilim. I also believe that human beings are the fallen angels ourselves, and are ourselves the fallen gods. And I believe that we have wrongfully separated ourselves from nature, and that nature is of the true old gods, and that in reconnecting ourselves to both nature, but also our minds, our hearts, our bodies. We're disconnected from everything. We're disconnected from everything in the modern day. But I think in reconnecting to many different things, and in my case, to knowledge, love, death, fire, the Qlipoth, the Sephiroth, different things there, I follow more, I guess, the psychological ways there, but in reconnecting to these concepts, I feel it's provided me peace in my life, and I would actually very much prefer to return to the primordial chaos and nothingness and everythingness that was before this physical existence. And I think that if I can find a way to remain, I guess, non-physical, but more abstract. Well, I mean, the things I listed are physical, like rainbows, love, autism. These things do physically exist, but I mean that, like, I don't want to be a human after this. Really, anything else outside of being a human would be merciful compared to being a human, I believe. I think it would be merciful to be anything else. And the life I have had in these 24 years has been unspeakably gruesome and difficult, and I think I've experienced things in the last 24 years of my existence that most people don't experience in like 3 incarnations, let alone one, all in one. And so I think I've really put in, like, I've had the hardest life of any of my incarnations, I feel. And I just want to be done. I don't want to do this anymore. I think I want to find a way to go back to the primordial chaos. And I actually just today learned that there are other Satanists who have this goal of returning to this primordial chaos. It's called anti-cosmic Satanism, and I only just found out about this today, but another Satanist told me about anti-cosmic Satanism, and I was like, what the hell is that? But there are other people who want to return to before the cosmos.